In the city where secrets are whispered, a stepmother finds herself entangled in forbidden love with her stepson. When the line between right and wrong is erased in a passionate kiss, they are faced with a choice that will change their lives forever. Are they ready to confront the consequences of this impossible love? Follow this story to discover what unfolds. I could never have imagined that life would lead me down such a complex and forbidden path. My name is Elena, and I am Lucas' stepmother. He is a young man of 19 years who surprisingly became the object of my desire, a reality I never suspected. This is a story about how unexpected love blossomed in the shadows of taboo, and how one moment can change the course of our lives. When I met Lucas' father, I thought I was simply starting a new chapter in my life. He was kind and attentive, and his manner of communication made my heart race. However, as I became part of the family, I realized that something more was happening between Lucas and me, a connection that took me by surprise the moment he entered the room. His expressive eyes and shy smile left a lasting impression. He was an attractive young man with an innocent charm, but there was something deep in his gaze, as if he understood the secrets of the world. The first months were ordinary as I tried to fit in and be the ideal stepmother, but over time, I realized that my feelings for Lucas went beyond friendship. There was a tension in the air that made my heart race every time he was near. Our glances crossed for fleeting moments, and every time he smiled at me, my stomach would flutter. Once, while arranging books in the office, Lucas entered. He looked stunning, with sunbeams breaking through the leaves on the window and illuminating his face. He had come to help me, but when our eyes met, I felt a chill run down my spine. "Can I help with this?" he asked with a low, soft voice. "Of course. That would be great," I replied, trying to maintain my composure. As he approached, the tension between us intensified, and I felt an electric energy pulsating in the air. I was already lost in his gaze, and the moments stretched on as our fingers brushed when he reached for a book on the far shelf. That barely perceptible touch felt like an electric shock, and I realized that something had changed. From that moment on, our dynamic began to shift. Small interactions became meaningful, and Lucas's gaze held a curiosity and mysterious depth that both excited and unnerved me. I was confused, torn between what was right and what my heart desired. The night that changed everything was a hot summer night when I was home alone. Hearing a soft knock at my bedroom door made my heart race. It was Lucas. He looked excited, his eyes sparkling in the soft light of the lamp. "Hello, are you busy?" he asked, a hint of indecision in his voice. "No, come in," I replied, attempting to hide my overwhelming excitement. As the door closed behind him, the atmosphere in the room became electric. He sat on the edge of my bed, and silence filled the air, broken only by the sound of our breathing. What was supposed to be an innocent moment quickly turned tense. I felt my heart racing, and the way he looked at me made me feel alive. "Can I tell you something?" Lucas began, his voice barely a whisper. "Of course," I replied, feeling my heart start to race even more. "I can't stop thinking about you. There is something between us, and I feel that we need to talk about it." He was so close, and the sincerity in his gaze made me melt. I understood that the conversation we were about to have was dangerous, but the truth was that I couldn't get him out of my mind. "I feel the same way," I admitted, my voice trembling. "But this is all complicated. One hot morning, while I was sitting at home, something unusual yet funny happened. I was trying to clean up quickly because I was usually alone, my husband was at work and the kids were at school. I turned on the music at full volume and got rid of the rags I carried with me as I moved around the house with complete freedom. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe. It's free and helps us continue creating videos. That morning, I was immersed in my work. The music echoed throughout the house, and I didn't notice the doorbell. It turned out that my husband's friend had come to return the lawnmower we had lent him a few days prior. After ringing the doorbell several times without getting a response, he decided to leave the lawnmower in the backyard. As he passed by the dining room, he saw me through the window while I was cleaning and moved to the rhythm of the cheerful music, watching me, surprised by what was happening as I sang and danced to the beat. I didn't notice his presence until I learned about it later. I got scared when I realized he was hiding a little, covering his face with his hands, and I quickly put on a nightgown before going outside to see what was happening in the garden. I greeted him with surprise, saying, "Hello, Lon. "What were you doing at the window?" He explained that he came to return the lawn mower we had lent him for the weekend. He had rung the doorbell several times but didn't receive any answer, which suggested to him that there was no one at home, so he left the mower in the backyard. He mentioned that he thought it was strange to see movement inside.